toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see in playoff team from last year, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team looking to get into the win column, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So the Florida Gators offense takes the field. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, that can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
The Gators will hustle to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back.
Oh, out of space. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. And the Gators come to... After ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. He leaves it with his back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They'll move the wide receiver.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. The Gators will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. So Alabama's offense has the ball for the first time. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season, but this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
If you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top. He's got him. Still on his feet at the 45. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. The give to the back. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Under fire. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
There's a couple of ways to deal with quarterbacks that can run like that so well. QB contain. Keep those ends outside and wide. Keep them in the pocket. And put a spy on him. Put a guy in the middle of the field who's really fast that has the ability to go get that guy when he takes off in situations like this.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Quarterback making adjustments. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Trying to find the end zone. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. We've reached the end of the 1st quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Now on the option. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hope. And the returner will be brought down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gives it on the option. Spins away from the defender. Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18. The Gators headed quickly to the line. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Rousseau. Bust through behind his pad. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Hauls it in. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Oh, they're after him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. they boot it away on 4th down. Catches it at the 30. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Going right to work up top. He's got it. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. The Gators will send out the punt unit. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Here comes that Alabama offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. They'll pick up the 1st down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Hines is back in the middle. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's a great example of him understanding where everybody is on the field because that wasn't the guy he wanted to throw it to, but he knew he was going to get hit. He had to get rid of it quickly, dumped it off, and he let his guy go make a big play for him.
Wants to throw it. Under fire. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Big, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
He's got it. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Just moments ago, Alabama was feeling the shadow of its own goalpost, and now the Tide generating momentum. Soft spot in the middle. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Colorado is ahead early in Boulder, but that's not exactly Cordell Stewart out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 10 over Baylor. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else in college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. He spent his whole career in the backfield, now 40 career sacks.
That is absolutely insane. A guy that can get to the quarterback that much. You know where he's at, Palmer. He's on the end of the line of scrimmage most of the time. You're pointing to him. There's the guy we got to make sure that doesn't make the play, and he gets to the quarterback time and time again.
There are very few players, I think, in college football, David, that you need to know where they line up each and every play because they are going to disrupt everything. This guy has been that all throughout his career. 40 sacks. That is unbelievable.
And the Gators will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football back.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Here's a heat. With the catch, it's Slater. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on 1st down. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. It's complete on the right side. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Throws to the wideout. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it here on the incompletion.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just
There he goes. Got enough space. Touchdown, Alabama! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Hope. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They're looking at a 21-point hold. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. The give to the tailback. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. The Gators in the hurry up.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They'll run it to the right. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. Third play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Got his man down the middle. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. He's got it on the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
He might want another play. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. Alabama trying to convert this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going to try to get it himself. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Motion from the wide receiver. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Alabama with a first down play to start us off here in the fourth. Leaves it with the back. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown Tide! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. It's Rousseau. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
You got to give this defense tons of credit. They came in here with an outstanding game plan. They were able to execute. They have not allowed a point. And still in the 4th quarter, they are bringing it, and they get another sack.
And the Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Safe completion on the screen. Across the 25, he's got room. Good, solid tackle.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time, the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down? Some job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
The Gators are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Gonna sling it on 2nd down. Finds the tight end. At the 45 on his way. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him. A little slippery with all those juke moves. And the Gators are facing 3rd and inches. From the 30-yard line on 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Now inside 4 minutes to go here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Stands in and takes the hit. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's LeBlanc. Touchdown, Gator! A great catch and 6.
And this offense finally gets something together and gets on the scoreboard. It's not over yet, but this is a good sign, man. They got the positive momentum. See if they can build on this, even though we're in the fourth quarter.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Here comes that Alabama offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Creates a little room. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Encroachment defense.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O's. Oh, the flag brings up a short 1st and 5. Offense can really get aggressive if it chooses. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama! They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games and we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Intercepted for the 11th time. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead.
Turning it on. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Gives it on the option. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll send the tight end in motion. Rides to back and leaves it. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up. They want to get this defense on its heels. The give from the gun. Nice move to pick up yardage. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right?
Welcome, everyone, to Houston, Texas, home to the Rice Owls, and we've been looking forward to this game all week long. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Toledo Rockets, taking on a squad from the American, the Rice Owls. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Rice ready to kick it off and get this game started. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Toledo's offense will get the first possession of the game. To throw, it's Osborne. That's caught. It's a 0. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Just enough there to get it to the 25. A pickup of 2.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Third down play from the gun. Catch in the middle. It's Holly. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. And the Rockets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. Breaks into the open. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. The Rockets look to keep this drive humming. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Looking for a gap. It's Martin. Gets it past the marker. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Rockets back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. From the 1, it's 1st and goal as they try to open the scoring here. Pushes ahead. Touchdown, Rockets. Great job by the back on the option.
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be dang, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Matthews. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Owls offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
They'll run it from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. To the air, it's Jenkins. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They'll go to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense.
The catch, but got to give the quarterback credit too for the location of the throw, because he put it out in front of his big man. He was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. Give to the big fullback. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. On the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. To throw, it's Jenkins. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
A loss of 7 yards on the play. Number 91.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Toledo has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. making side adjustments here. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Grabbed over the middle. It's Holland. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Line getting set on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, running back gets the give. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Rockets will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They just haven't been able to get much going so far, punting it away on... There he goes! He's at the 30. Inside the... Touchdown, Owls! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And now this offense will take the field again. Dropping back, it's Osborne. Fires to the tight end. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that, you got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Snagged out of the air. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, mark it at the 47. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Back to pass. It's on target and complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Rockets have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Rockets can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Rockets have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Toledo! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Matthews. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking downfield, it's Jenkins. Works the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. The Owls want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. Made a defender miss. Oh, he's got some space. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Owls!
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's a zero. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Good enough for a first down.
Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass. It's Osborne. He'll get rid of it. Finds his man. It's Crosby. They've got the first down. Mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. Oh, the attempt is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are the ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a miss and a missed opportunity.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Houston. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been a very evenly played game. Fascinating to see how the rest of this one plays out. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside historic Rice Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Rockets will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it back looking for help. He's out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Excellent job by the kick coverage unit to keep him from getting the sideline. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Now on first down from the 28. They'll run the option. They stop him in his tracks, tried to sneak that fullback loose, and nothing doing. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. That pass is incomplete.
Well, there was something the quarterback liked in the pre-snap there, thinking his primary target was going to have a favorable matchup, but the defense did a nice job disguising that look. They got more bodies.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. At the 40, there he goes. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback may change this route. Dropping back, it's Osborne. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And they've regained the lead.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They'll run the option. Running back searching for a hole. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Just needs a crack to get a return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Rockets offense is back on the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Osborne. Makes the grab over the middle. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
When you play zone and you drop back, you're dropping back to a spot. And that means there's going to be holes, and the quarterback has to do a good job of reading it, seeing it, throwing it between those holes. He does a really nice job there. Makes the defense pay for playing zone coverage.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. And the Rockets will snap it on 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions, but sees zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The Rockets have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Off play action. Here's the pressure. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
He is stopped well short of the first down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on 4th. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. As he puts 3 on the board. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20-14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Bowling Green may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take the dub away from Perry Stadium every time. The Falcons have been racking up road wins since the Urban Meyer days, and they get another one today. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And the Owls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to throw. It's Jenkins. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
All right, I like the aggressiveness. I want to be aggressive as a play caller when I'm coming out of my own end zone, when I got a little bit of space to throw the football, and you could tell they wanted to be aggressive, wanted to take a shot. Defense was ready, locked them down, but thank goodness, still had a little space left.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Got his man. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up. W. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. Third down in inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Rockets come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Scanning the field, it's Osborne. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Great job by the defense there. They weren't surprised by that play call there on 3rd and short. They were expecting pass. They took everything away and forced the incompletion.
Makes the grab past the marker. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And how about this coach, man? Trusting their offense, trusting their guys. You could punt the football away here on 4th down and see if your defense can end this game, but he wanted to end it on offense. He trusted his guys, and that is a huge 4th down conversion late in this football game.
They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Rockets just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll try to run it in. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
We're late in the game now. You've got the lead. You want to run the football. If you can generate a few first downs running the ball now, you can take these seconds and bleed them right off the clock.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, Pollock. I'm running it again right here on the 1-yard line.
And I think you still got 2 plays. 3rd down, be physical. All you got to do is fall forward, get that 1 yard.
Trying to run it in. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Two-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And they're looking to tack just a few more points onto this lead late. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And now the lead is extended a little further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
He'll start the return inside, and he pumps it up inside the 20. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. All business today for this ball club. They come out, and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes, but they...
This is a matchup we've been waiting for. Conference rivals who don't like each other very much, and heightened intensity here because both teams come in ranked in the top 10. Welcome to Memorial Stadium in Columbia, home field of the Missouri Tigers. As we'll see the number 10 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Herbstreit. Let's get this. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. They're returning from inside the 10-yard line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring them down at the 16. The Aggies offense comes onto the field for the first time today. Got a quarterback here coming off a sensational performance, Kirk. He sounded very confident when we met with him this week. Let's see if he can build on that this time.
Yeah, I think the last game that he played, he just threw the football on time. He didn't try to do too much, found the open receivers, took what the defense gave him, and as you mentioned, we had a chance to talk to him. I think that's what he's looking to try to do, not try to live up to the hype, just put together another solid performance.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. He bought some time, now lets it go. And a short pitch and tight end. And he's going to run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Wanted no part of contact in that play. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Fights off a defender. Breaks an open space. A juke to man, but not much room to maneuver. Stopped after a small gain. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. On third down, he drops to throw. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down. And the Aggies will send the punt team onto the field. He'll be forced out of bounds after a small pickup on that return. The Missouri Tigers offense comes out for their first possession today. Much of the focus on this running back is had such a spectacular year that he has announced himself as a major contender to win the Heisman Trophy. It's tough for a running back to do that, Kirk, but how can you ignore him?
Yeah, you can't ignore him. I give really a lot of credit to the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Every single week, defenses lock in on him, and yet they find unique ways to continue to get him the football, whether it's running, catching the ball in the backfield. Every single week, he seems to be a major factor in how they attack defenses.
And then first down, right back to the running game. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. Early in this season, I think you can sense both these teams realize there's a lot to play for, a lot at stake for their seasons, and they're just kind of settling into this game.
Oh, just look at the atmosphere today. It's almost playoff-like out there. Both these teams understand what a win could do for them, and the intensity is jacked up out on the field. Chris, I know it's not a huge game. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
So on fourth down, they will settle for a field goal attempt. This will be a 46-yard attempt. The field goal is good. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Kickoff is fielded inside the 20. He'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. They'll run it here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Rough start to the drive. They lose 4. Makes it now 2nd down and 14. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Looking for his big tight end. And it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, could be a long afternoon. Good job here by Dowling.
Oh, the pass rush gets home.
Love the aggressive mindset from this defensive coordinator. 3rd down and long. Why not bring the blitz? Roll the dice. Play a little man coverage on the back end. Hope you get there before the quarterback can make you pay for it, and they come up with a sack.
Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain on the return. Here comes the Missouri offense back out onto the field. They're trying to build this lead here. Had to settle for 3 last time out. And here's the handoff. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring 2nd and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. Quarterback hands this off and just nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Looks like Missouri will have the first down.
I love how the back didn't really dance around trying to make a big play. He knew it's third down in inches, lower the shoulder, get the first down.
The senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Missouri now in the red zone. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. You misfire on the pass as time in the period runs out. And Kirk gets Missouri with the lead here. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period.
Fourth down and 2 coming up as they try to keep the drive going.
There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. He'll be brought down on fourth down, and the drive ends with a sack.
That's really good coverage downfield, and it just looked like the quarterback was waiting and waiting and waiting a little bit too long. By the time he decides to try to make a throw, nothing's open, and result is a sack and a turnover on downs.
And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run. Getting set. Here's second down. And the wideout goes in motion. Now here's the toss play. Look out. Room to run here. Now here he goes. They make the stop, but it's a big gain down to the 29. The Aggies looking to run some tempo here.
Boy, is this tough to deal with for this defense. Not only do you give up a big gain, but look at this. They're already at the line of scrimmage, about to snap the ball again.
And at first down, they go right back to him. Oh, he fought hard there, broke a tackle, but brought down short of the sticks. Second down after that run on the previous play. Change of pace, now looking to throw the football. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Well, they're making this offensive line really think and communicate. Bringing different blitzes. This time the outside linebacker gets to the quarterback and comes up with a big sack for the D.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. Looking downfield near the end zone. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth. Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. So after taking a closer look, the officials are going to overturn that previous ruling on the field. Here comes the point after attempt. The extra point makes it a 4-point game. So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. Last possession, they went forward on fourth down, but got stoned. Let's see what they can do this time. It's complete on the crossing route. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. They bring him down, but the junior quarterback showing off the cannon.
Okay, here they go. Big first down, good pickup, and they are off and running.
The receiver grabs it. They finally make the stop right near midfield. It'll be first down. This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10.
Well, the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, He's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Looking to throw it again. This time, a completion. An important 9 yards gain there. Brings up just 3rd and 1. Offense in hurry-up mode. On 3rd down, it's a handoff. That's big. They convert on 3rd and set him up 1st down from the 32.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, and he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Here we go, 3rd and short on the 7th play of this drive. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That ball snagged for a completion. They make the tackle, but the offense now set up with a 1st down at the 21. Missouri getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. 1st and goal, an opportunity to take the lead before halftime. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. 2nd down and goal. And he drops back in the gun. And it's incomplete that time, just out of reach of the receiver.
Risky throw here on 2nd down. You know, small spaces down here can be an issue for any quarterback. Very interested to see what they call here on 3rd down coming up.
Pass caught. Can he get in? And he scores! Touchdown, Tigers! Well, the call was sort of predictable, Kirk, but that tight end is just so tough to stop down here in the red zone.
Listen, speaking on behalf of all quarterbacks, you get down in the red zone, you're looking for that big target that you can trust. He's going to run a good route, and he's got a big wingspan to allow you to make a throw up into the air. He can go up and make a catch over most defenders. Really good execution. They come up with 6.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. Good job dealing with the footing. PAT is good. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And the return starts from inside the 20. And they bring him down to the 32 after a solid return. First play of the drive now. They'll start from the 32. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down. So the misfire in 1st down makes it 2nd and 10 from the 32. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. And it's hauled in. What a catch. He's in the clear. Touchdown, Aggies. He broke away, and they couldn't catch him.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. It's a quick grab. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to the 39. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Caught quickly. He's brought down quickly as short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker. A timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. Critical 3rd down play for this offense right here. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quarterback in the shotgun here on 3rd down. The receiver makes the catch. They get him down, but he crosses midfield, spot the ball at the 44. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Short connection to the tight end here. And the offense will now quickly spend the timeout.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. It's 3rd down. Quarterback in the shotgun. They get the completion. They convert on 3rd down and move the football to the 25. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So on 1st down, the field goal unit will come out there trying to get 3 points before the half. He was successful last time out. This attempt is from 42 yards away. He made it. 3 points on the board.
Strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. Return begins inside the 10. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26. Looks like they'll take a knee in the final play and head to halftime with the lead. Somewhat conservative call, but content to take this lead into the locker room. And that will do it for the 1st half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Columbia. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this 2nd half. Either way, it's time to find out. Back to the best in the biz for the start of this 3rd quarter.
All right, thank you for the update, Kevin. Appreciate it.